My name is Bridget Askey, and today I will be giving sustainable procurement recommendations for a small sushi shop in Perth City. This business was created with the goal to bring a Tokyo feel to Perth, with lots of competition in the Perth City with around 6 other sushi shops and 13 in the surrounding suburbs. It is independently owned and buys from major suppliers all around WA, with it putting price before quality. The main thing I will be looking into today is the purchasing of fish from overseas and over east companies. The company at the moment is seen with absolutely no sustainable objectives, with high waste each day. In finding areas of improvement, I completed a pestle analysis for the business. A pestle analysis ensures that regulatory compliance is met within the supply chain while also meeting stakeholder expectations with the goal of creating value. With high regulations and rules regarding food in WA, political laws must be met in order for the business to be operating. Economically, with the company currently importing some food from Japan, the Australian dollar versus the Japanese yen is very dependent on how the supply chain will run. Technologically, the point of sale can also reduce waste while also increasing the energy efficiency. Environmentally, they can also ensure they're keeping a decrease in the waste while also having energy efficient products such as fridges, stoves, and ovens. I then completed a risk assessment for the business for sustainability risks for organizational protection. So this included the cold food transport fails. So with the business ordering food every single week, the chances that the company's truck that is supplying the fish breaks down is medium. This impact would be medium or high, as it would affect the whole stock for the week. So what they can do is ensure they have local suppliers and maybe even emergency backup suppliers where they know they can go to if something goes wrong. This can also be created through having good relationships with the supplier so that if their truck breaks down, they will also be willing to help. The decrease in the supply of fish, which may seem crazy, but with people overfishing, the WA government is looking into stricter regulations regarding fishing. So if that was to happen, it would be a medium severity of the impact. So what the business can do is this is where they can get creative and have flexible menu options. This could include having more vegan options, which is more vegetables, which may increase the competitive advantage for the company as it will bring in more customers. Also, the price of ingredients is going up with everyday living in WA going up. So with this being a medium occurrence and a medium impact, what they can do is have fixed prices with the suppliers, or they can look for local cheaper options where they know they're getting it direct from farms. Now we're going to look at areas for improvement. So the fish that they currently are supplying to the business is not WA certified, meaning it was not caught in WA. Products are being ordered weekly. So with products being ordered weekly, that's creating more waste with the plastic that it's coming in or the boxes, which can be easily decreased. There's large amounts of waste daily, so they're overproducing and not selling enough. The takeaway containers are plastic free since that is the WA laws, but they're producing large amounts of waste with the people who are taking them home. And the suppliers aren't being investigated. They're just going for the cheapest options. They're not looking into where they are sourcing these products from. Getting my analysis for the business, my recommendations are the goal to implement a circular supply chain. Although zero waste may not be plausible for this business at the moment, it is definitely a goal that can be reached in the future. Businesses can do this by 1, donating food at the end of the day to ensure that nothing is thrown out, or 2, having flexible menus where they recreate items that use these products that are being overpurchased and aren't being used. The reuse part can also be implemented through the circular supply chain, with customers being able to bring their own containers if they're getting takeaway sushi. This will reduce the paper waste. And number 2, I would ensure we're increasing local produce. This would involve setting clear objectives for the business and investigating current suppliers and their transparency within the supply chain to ensure they are meeting the goals of the sushi business. With the current suppliers not getting fish from WA waters and using overseas, it is essential the business changes to local suppliers. This is not only for the fish but also the vegetables. Creating partnerships with local farmers creates an initiative and boosts local economics. For the produce such as rice, which is bought from overseas, it is also best to buy in bulk. This will reduce the plastic wastage and also reduce the carbon emissions from the transport. This business has the ability to create competitive advantages through having sustainable procurement. So through these recommendations, I hope the business listens and decides to take on this new step to a sustainable future.